Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katya. For those of you who do, welcome back. So for today's video, I decided to do 4 different wall arts. Most of them I've seen either on Restoration Hardware, at Winners, and one of them is something that I've always wanted to do. So I decided to recreate similar ones from my favorites or that I have always wanted to get, but I couldn't afford. So obviously I wanted to do everything on a budget. And so I'm going to start off with my first DIY. The first wall art that I found a little while back, I was looking into wall art and I fell on this beautiful wall art from Restoration Hardware. And I immediately looked at the price and immediately said, no. I'm like, no, I can make my own. And so I finally made my own, and I think it looks pretty similar to the Restoration Hardware, except at not even a fraction of the cost. So I'm not sure exactly how much the cost was. I will put at the bottom of the screen for the one at the Restoration Hardware. And then for the one that I end up paying, I think I must have spent maybe $20 for everything. I had already a canvas that I had gotten at the dollar store, which was about $4, $5. And then I had also things that I had gotten at Michael's. So that's plaster and then the gawking plus the paint. It must have costed, I say $20, $25. I am so proud of myself. I really do think that it looks really similar. Oh, and the wood too. I had to buy pieces of wood. So okay, let's say maybe $30. But I mean, it's nowhere near the price on Restoration Hardware, so I am pretty proud of myself that I did that. Anyway, so we're gonna jump right into the first DIY. Enjoy. on to the second DIY. If you've been following me, you probably saw this in the last video. I had gotten these frames that I had gotten from Winners, and I had an idea of what I wanted to put inside the frames. Here's where I have to explain, and I would suggest doing it a little bit differently, but it still came out good. So I wanted to create this tie-dye look with fabric and fray the edges. So that's the look I was envisioning. However, I did not have any dye, so I decided to get a little creative and use some of my wood stain that I had, and I thought that maybe I could do that. So I used 2 different colors for the wood stain. Here is where the issue is. So would I recommend wood stain? I mean, you can still use it. It does the job if you have it lying around, but I would definitely suggest getting dye versus wood stain because it's easier to maneuver, it's easier to work with. And then here's the other problem that I clearly was not thinking straight. I realized after I did it, I was like, oh no. So the elastics that I used fabric elastics. That was definitely a big mistake. I figured it's gonna be fine, but I didn't think that it would absorb all of the product. So that's where I did a huge mistake. So I would suggest rubber elastics and dye. And it's a whole learning process, and I should have known better. That's the worst part. I should have known better with the elastics, but I guess clearly I was not thinking that day. I didn't have my thinking cap on, and I put fabric elastics. I didn't want to redo everything, so what I did is I tweaked it and made it look a little bit more like tie-dye using some paint, and I think it came out pretty good considering I did mistakes. Even if sometimes there's little things that you would change or that you would have done differently, you could always either fix it or redo it. Sometimes when it's a mistake, it's a good mistake. It ends up looking better than you envisioned. So it was a good learning experience, and there are things that I would do differently. So I wanted to still put it out there, still show you how I did it. I would obviously use 2 different shades of fabric dyes and still maybe put it in a bottle and squeeze it and do the separate colors. I wanted to create different colors but still keeping it in my neutral colors. I also end up using 2 different techniques. One of them I wanted to create a ray of sun, and the other one I wanted to create a Aztec, more geometric, but that created 2 different wall arts that match together but that are not the same. So that's the look I was going for. So I created 2 different styles. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna put them. I'm thinking of maybe putting them up in the hallway upstairs. I'm thinking of taking out a mask and maybe putting them there. So I'm gonna play around. So let's jump right into the second DIY. Moving on to the two last DIY. Both of them, I was in Winners and I had seen these two gorgeous wall arts. I loved them. I thought they would look beautiful in my dining room. So I approached them and I filmed it for you. So you will see those ones. There was something about them that I could totally picture them in my dining room. So I got closer and looked at the price, and each of the price was $160 for each one. So with taxes, it would have came out to $400 for two huge wall arts. I think that they were maybe 5 to 6 feet tall. They were huge. However, I did not want to spend that. And so what I wanted to do is create smaller ones first to see if it's even something that I feel would look nice in my home. So I created one to get an idea, and I did a smaller version, and I think it's super cute. I'm not sure I'm gonna change my wall art that I have now, but I'm thinking about it. But I wanted to do a small one first. And then the other wall art I also saw in Winners, and it was this beautiful neutral colored, nothing extravagant, nothing crazy. It had this minimalist look to it, so I obviously had to recreate that one. It wasn't super expensive, but it was still a bit pricey, and I knew I could do something similar, so I ended up creating again a smaller version. It's easier for me to film the smaller versions than creating a big one first on camera, so I end up creating that one as well, and I think it came out pretty good. Honestly, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself. I outdid myself with these ones. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into the two last wall arts. Enjoy. that is it. I hope you enjoyed these 5 DIYs. Comment down below, let me know which one is your favorite. Moving on to the clothing part, I'm going to start off with my hat. I have created these hats. I am not sure whether or not I'm going to be listing them up in a Koakaya, so comment down below. Let me know if this is something that you would want to have in the shop. I have 3 different colors. I have the ivory, I have a brown, and I have a camel color. If I can, I'll put images up on the screen so you can see the difference. I got creative. I wanted cooler hats for the summertime, so I thought that these were so fun and different. They had a little katsu twist, and so that's where the hat is from. So Koakaya. If maybe you want me to make you one, let me know. All of the jewelry is a mix of Zara, it's a mix of Koakaya, it's a mix of thrifting. Like a lot of the seashell necklaces are all thrifted. Shirt, this gauze shirt is, I believe it's from Winners. Then I have a little bralette underneath, which again I got at Zara. Pants, I had gotten these linen pants from the thrift store many years ago. There's wrap pants, which I love, and they're so comfortable. So I'm going for a whole beachy vibe. And then I add a little bit of seashells in my hair to make it, you know, again, beachy. So that is the whole outfit. For the next video, I have been working on 3 different pairs of sandals to catsify them, add a little twist, revamp them. So I am so excited to share my next video too. It's not like something I've done before, and I am so happy of how they turned out. I think they look amazing, and it's so easy to do as well, so anyone can do it. I got some of the sandals at the dollar store. So anyway, I'm so excited. Another thing I should mention is for those of you who wanted skirts and tops, I restocked on Koakaya, so all of the wrap skirts, the tops, everything has been restocked. Again, limited stock, but they have been restocked, but I still want to put it out there because once it goes, it goes. So for some of you that wanted certain wrap skirts and were no longer available, I have now relisted new ones and a few new pieces on there that I'm so excited. I might do a video to show you how I've been wearing them. So anyway, link will be down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your continuous support, your thumbs up. You already know it means the world to me. And I will see you next time. I love you. Have the best week ever. Mwah. Bye, guys.